but it's not over.
Can't
Night.
believe the losers in this town spend a decade getting the crap kicked out of them by Bruce Wayne. I could take them easy.
Yeah, right. Uh, so yeah, countdown to nightfall. So basically, at this point, we're at the nightfall quest, I guess, which is really just gathering everything riddle-wise. Yep, pretty much. Um, ugh. Oh no, this is gonna be a bit much. I'm not 243. Um, yeah, that is that is not getting done in this playthrough. I don't even know if I'll even have the stomach to go through all of this. Probably not without looking it up, which I'm not gonna do. I'm probably gonna do it. I think what I'm probably gonna do is one of two things. I'll either will do this, even though I think it's going to be an absolute grind, considering I've already played the most majority of this game. I must have played like, how long has this playthrough been? Is there a way to tell? So we're at 90.2%. That's a lot of the game. And of course, this gives us an extra, however much percent it is. There's no way to tell how long we've been playing. Let me back out, see if there's some way to tell how long we've been playing. We got the new game plus, 120%. That's obviously with the DLC. I don't think 185. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how long this playthrough's gone, but I think it's probably gone about. It's gone about maybe about anywhere between 15 and 20 hours. So, I think this is where the playthrough is going to end, because basically that would take up too much time, and I'd probably end up looking up most of it anyway. So, I guess it wouldn't be really authentic if we did that, I suppose. Let's just do this. Fill out the Batmobile. So we've got 2 rows of stuff left. We probably wouldn't be able to get all these skills in the first playthrough, which makes sense. That's what probably New Game Plus is for. Stun sticks, apparently. We'll get this one here. I don't think we can get anything else before. Yeah, pretty much. So, that leaves now all of this. And basically, I'm going to make a guess here that there is a secret ending for 100%ing the game, which I don't know if I'm going to, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have the stomach to do all of this, because not only are we going to have to do Riddler's missions, you're going to have to do all the riddles and all the Riddler trophies and probably some other stuff too, and it's like that. I think that's going to take too long for me to even have the stomach to do it. And as you even saw from like the few Riddler trophies, not Riddler trophies, but the couple of Riddler missions we did do, it took me quite long to figure it out, so there would end up being mostly cuts in it. And after playing for so much as it is, I don't know if I've got like the entire stomach for it. So I don't. Well, not the stomach, but I think the better word for that is patience. I don't think I had the patience to do any of this. So this is where the playthrough is going to end. So I'm going to make a guess now. The Nightfall Protocol is basically a plan, a contingency plan, if you will, if Bruce's true identity as the Batman ever got discovered. And I think what's basically going to happen now is that after when all this is over, he is going to mostly fake his death, I would have thought, because Bruce Wayne being Batman and knowing that, all his closest friends, Oracle, Alfred, Tim, even Jason Todd, who is now alive, all those people, Oracle, Alfred, Jim, all his closest friends are now always going to be under threat because of Batman's identity. It's a bit like what not Superman, but Spider-Man said to Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2. The reason they couldn't be together is because he was Spider-Man, and it would put her in everlasting danger. And that's basically what's happening now. So I'm going to guess that Bruce is now going to fake the Nightfall protocol is he's going to go back home and fake his own death, I think. They're not going to actually die and Alfred's going to be fine, but they're going to fake their deaths because of the everlasting danger they would be in seeing that he's alive. So what happened to? Oh, Robin's okay. He's just probably in the hospital getting treated for his wounds there. Hopefully Oracle got to see him. But yeah. So I think that has been teased for some time. I think the Azrael kind of side missions were the kind of hints to that. So I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm going to guess that isn't really what happens, or something like that happens, because of course you have the release recently of Suicide Squad called the Justice League, which is supposedly set in the Arkhamverse because it was made by Rocksteady or something like that. Now, I've heard that that's a terrible game and no one should ever experience it ever because it does Batman dirty by killing him. I would assume. I don't know. I would only assume because it's pretty easy these days to guess what an outcry of a game's about if you know the lore and what you're into. So that's it. This playthrough is officially over. I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to do any of this. I'm going to assume Selina is rescued. Riddler gets put in prison. And Bruce Wayne basically goes home and fakes his own death, probably by blowing up his house or something. I don't know. So I'm probably not going to feature that. Now, the one thing I'm not going to do is, of course, go and record the ending from another person's video. I'm not going to do that because that's not my video, that is not my work, that's not my, that's not mine, so I can't really do it. The one thing I could do in this instance is maybe do a reaction video to it. I may record that, but I may not upload it just in case, maybe, I don't know if there's a grey area for that. You can react to someone else's ending and it's still not your own, so I don't even know if I'll even do that. I'll probably just view it. And, it's probably not going to be much. It's probably just going to be what I really just said, more often than not, considering the Nightfall Protocol and the password being Martha. Because obviously the whole world now, it's not just Metropolis now, it's the planet. So, yeah, Bruce has to get out of there sharpish because, yeah. So I'm going to guessing that's what really happened in this game, anyway. Whether Suicide Squad with Justice League references that in some way, I don't know. But I think to a lot of people, considering the overwhelming negativity about that game, I would guess that, just forget about it. So yeah, this is the end then of the Batman Arkham Knight playthrough. So there's no credits because I haven't done the game yet, so I think we're going to have a talk here now. And to be honest with you guys, this is my favorite in the series. It really is, and I'm being really honest about that. I know sometimes I'm probably coming across as quite ranty about the control scheme and stuff, but to be honest, I expected it because all the Arkham games have never been perfect in terms of the controls. So that aside, this is definitely my favorite game in the series. There's so much to do. It's a great kind of if that is the Nightfall Protocol and all that, right? That's a great send-off to the Arkham series, in my opinion. So whether I should even check out Suicide Squad Duel of Justice League, I'm sure any of you in the comments right now will say, don't play it, it's a broken game, it's a mess. I heard that, people got early access to the game and complete it upon booting it up. So it's another Rocksteady launch mess, like this game was on PC. I think this game had some problems on PC of people experiencing the same stuff. Now that'd be somewhat acceptable in 2016, but not in 2024. So I guess that's where the anger is coming from. For me personally, this PC version right now it ran absolutely fine. I did have a few freezes there, but it was nothing really game breaking or massive game bugs or anything like that. It was just freezing really, which was really minimal. It was only that one mission with Mr. Freeze, so it was probably just a specific issue there. I think the Arkham Knight's identity was very easy to figure out if you're in the lore. If you're in the lore, you know who it is, because it's just a matter of wearing it down. Like I think at one point I thought it was Damian Wayne, but Damian Wayne's not in this universe. Deathstroke has his own thing, and it's all about how he knows everything about Batman and all his tricks. And it's like, yeah, that sounds like Jason Todd to me, because Nightwing wouldn't do it, and Robin wouldn't do any of this. So who does that leave? Now, it was a nice little bending there. They tried to make you think Jason Todd was dead, which I didn't know at the time, so that's what kind of lured me towards someone else for a bit, but it eventually ended up being Jason Todd, because we learned that the Joker didn't kill him. And basically, Jason Todd was just whining over the fact that Bruce never rescued him. I don't know if there was reasons for that. I mean, I get the resentment if that is the case, but basically, he did the right thing in the end. He saved Batman from Scarecrow, and probably now he's off to do his Red Hood arc, I would have thought. Now, Red Hood is not exactly like Batman, because Red Hood does use lethal force for the most part. But, he did take a lot of what Batman says on board, except his code, quite frankly. So, a bit of an easy one to figure out, really, just in terms of narrowing it down, really. So it probably was a little easy to figure out. But that still made it a good game. That still made it a great game. It did keep you in suspense. The Jason Todd being dead thing was obviously a twist. And, the loss of Poison Ivy, which was, that was, I don't think it really affected Harley too much, because, like we said, the Harley and Poison Ivy shipping doesn't exist in this universe, so I don't think Harley really cares that much, because she's still grief-stricken about the Joker. The Joker. It's not about Joker, so well done for that, but God, do they shove him in your face throughout this game? And I totally see why, because Batman without the Joker cannot be done, for the most part, I guess. It's a nice way of keeping him there without making him the centerpiece. It's very well done, to be fair, but my God, do they overdo it a bit sometimes. He's in every fucking rooftop, every fucking room, spouting stuff, and it gets to a point where you don't care, and you just want to go on with it and just ignore him. But yeah, they had to do something like that. But narratively speaking, that makes sense. All the Joker stuff for the first game and everything. I believe Mark Hamill played the Joker in this one. So basically, those from Arkham Origins weren't completely forgotten about. Troy Baker is a couple of people in this game, and I think I did learn that Troy Baker was the Joker in Arkham Origins. But basically, it's a traditional Batman casting, isn't it? Mark Hamill's the Joker, the late great Kevin Conroy as Batman. I'm not sure how Alfred and Catwoman are in terms of the casting. I don't know if how famous they are overall. I don't really know their names. I think Tara Strong might be a name I remember, but I'm not sure if she did Harley or someone else. But to be fair, for me, they're not so recognizable in terms of their names, but their voices are recognizable. Say Luke, who was Nightwing. That was nice. And nice actually to see Nightwing. It's just a shame we didn't get to see a Nightwing Robin team up, which I actually would have loved to do. So yeah, but this game has plenty to do, and even plenty to do after an endgame if you don't do everything. But the Riddler stuff, it would just be a grind and a bit of tedium kind of searching for me, and I don't know if I have the patience for that. So I think this is where I'm going to probably leave it. If you guys want me to do a react to the ending, I will do it, but I will only do it if it doesn't look like I'm stealing someone else's ending for just experiencing it. You know, like I said, I think the closest thing I can get to is that Nightfall Protocol is fake their own deaths because of everything, which makes sense now. It's quite funny that codename was Martha, but of course, Martha was Batman's mom, and it actually turned out to be Superman's mom as well. That's actually been something that's been quite a thing in the DC universe. And that's pretty much it. This is definitely my favorite in the series by some wide margin, especially when I started to get used to it. You know, I always went into this. I went into this game the first time, not really sure how I was going to do it, because there'll be a lot of searching and stuff. But I think detective mode is your friend in that scenario, and that's why I was able to do most of this in the end. Because in the end, I started learning that detective mode actually tells you, and the ground surveillance stuff actually tells you a lot of what's going on. If you listen out for the militia calls, that means you're near an own the roads or tower thing, and the towers are quite easy to spot because of the red lights. Yeah, plenty of stuff to do. A nice big, beefy game with still some stuff to do, but I'm not going for 240 riddles. I'm not doing it. I don't think I'd have the patience for it. So Catwoman can break herself out. It's Selena. She can break herself out, surely, right? But in any case, yeah. Everyone kind of gets their moment. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to go to GCPD and see what everyone's reaction to Bruce being Batman is. But I think it's probably just going to be a couple of sentences and such. So, yeah, it's wild. Everyone now knows who Batman is. It's quite funny, though, because in Marvel's universe recently, Spider-Man has not been the most secret identity in the world. But I think that was more against Bruce's wishes than anything else. And obviously, like I said, the Nightfall Protocol is the contingency plan for that. Yeah. When you start really learning about the game and unlocking all the stuff in the game, it becomes even more fun than it already is. This is a Joy of the Hunt game, which I actually quite enjoyed. And it's not really that big. You know, I didn't really memorize any of it, which is why I used detective mode, especially in the late going, because I didn't memorize any of it. But it's not really that big when you think about it. At least the important pieces stick out, like Wayne Tower and such. But yeah, what an awesome game. What an awesome game. And I know I've bitched a little bit here and there. Just overwhelming stuff at times. But it's back to it's a return to form for Rocksteady, you know. Even though Rocksteady had nothing to do with Arkham Origins, a lot of people had a lot of problems with Arkham Origins. I didn't really have a lot of problems with it, only in the keyboard controls. And the story was tremendously a small part of the game. The story is a huge part of the game. And everything really, even all the side missions, tie in to the main plot of the game. That's something I really, really liked about this. This is one big game where everything ties in really well, which is pretty darn sweet. And even like this, you know, with the Nightfall Protocol, doing the whole game ties into the ending, and you get a secret ending if you complete it. So, let me know if you guys want to ever see a react to the ending. I just don't want to react to something that I haven't done myself. I'd probably more like to do it in a more organic way of doing it myself, but I just don't know if I'd have the patience to do all this Riddler shit. Basically, when I did the first two Riddler clues, it took me so long to figure it out, and I think it would just be more of that, and even more frustrating with all the riddles you have to have to figure out to get to those trophies. And I don't know, man. 243 sounds a bit much to me. That's wild, dude. So, I think I'll be leaving this there. But yeah, what an awesome game, and what an awesome ending to the Arkham timeline at the time, I guess. Whether I'll check out Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League remains to be seen. If you guys want me to check it out, I'll be more open to doing it. But I don't know. I don't. The backlash gives me bad vibes, and you know. But yeah, for me, best game in the Arkham series by a wide margin. Everyone is wonderfully cast. The characterization is brilliant. Everyone gets their moment to shine. And this is just a true, awesome Rocksteady game, minus half a point for the controls. But I kind of expected it, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. It's fine. It's functional. You know what I mean? I just wish it had been. I wish I had. I will say this, right? It's fine. It's passable. It's doable. You know, it's nothing like the controls are broken or anything like that. I just wish sometimes I had more control over what I did, and it wasn't so on autopilot 50% of the time. In combat scenarios, the game goes into some autopilot ridiculousness and just does whatever. And it doesn't feel tight. That's why I said at the end of Arkham City. I wanted the controls to be tighter and that give me more control. And this game just doesn't do that. That would be my only little gripe. But it's like maybe 0.5 of a gripe, you know? It's nothing. It's nothing that deter my experience, like enjoyment too much, because I was enjoying the game so much to even really care, except for those parts where I kind of raged a little bit. But apart from that, everything else is just stellar. The gadgets are better and they are damn useful in this game. The gadgets were really good in this game. The gadgets were really good. They all served a great purpose on how to beat the game. And they really help you make the game even more, not easier, but, you know, there's a scenario to everything. You can do it multiple ways. Sometimes there is the one thing you can do only like the one way, but it gives you so many options. The gadgets are so good that they give you so many options for doing missions, you know? And yeah, it is a tremendous, tremendous game, this game. My favorite by some distance, I think. I think I enjoyed this the most, actually. Because, like I said, everything you did, even if it was a small side mission like dismantling bombs or something like that, you got to team up with Nightwing and Robin in these other missions. And it was just, you got to see everybody. Everybody was wonderfully done. And it is a wonderful game. And I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but yeah, what a game. Awesome game. Batman Arkham Knight, I definitely recommend it. If you've not played the Arkham series, please do. The Arkham series as a whole is a game you should experience. You know, just maybe cut out Suicide Squad, I don't know. But definitely the Arkham trilogy is a series you should play. I enjoyed every one immensely, to be fair. And I even enjoyed this one more than the others. The others were stellar. Even Origins was good. You know, even Origins was decent. You know, it wasn't. It was more about the side stuff in Origins, but the story was somewhat good anyway, and I still enjoyed that. So even Origins, check it out if you can. I would recommend Origins. It was a decent game. Anyway, I'm waffling on a bit, but yeah, that is it for the Batman Arkhamverse as far as the original trilogy is concerned. Suicide Squad is set in the Arkhamverse. I don't know whether it's actually fully canon or not. But with the Nightfall Protocol, maybe not. Maybe the Nightfall Protocol means it's not. I don't know. I probably will never see it. Well, I'll probably see it at some point. I'll probably just view the ending. But I think I can probably guess what the Nightfall Protocol actually means. So, yeah, an overall completion of the main quests of 90.2%. I'll take that. The expansion missions, which were the DLC, Season of Infamy DLC, which I had no idea of until I watched a video from Vash saying that the Season of Infamy DLC, I think I actually saw it on his channel at one point when we were scrolling through looking for something to watch one night. And Tommy was looking for something to watch when we were watching a Vash video. And I think she came across the Batman Arkham Season of Infamy DLC. I was like, hang on a minute, can we view this a second? I just want to see the first video of it and see what it actually means, because I didn't see it in the main menu. Turns out that it was this, which I had no idea. That was pretty awesome, to be fair. So we did all of that as well. So that gives me a full completion rate. I think it was like 112, was it? Let's go back. Let's go back into the game and go back into the main menu. I probably should have done this ages ago, but I just wanted to talk for a bit. 110. Yeah. So basically, the last 10%, which is the Riddler, the Nightfall Protocol quest, which is all the Riddler hunting, basically is the last 10% of the game, and that increases the game to 120%. I almost forgot. Arkham episodes. Now, what is this? Harley Quinn for the first time in the Arkham series and wreak havoc in Bloodhaven Police Department with her unique weapons, gadgets, and abilities. Really? Oh, I wonder if we should do these, actually. Maybe these will be something I do. So that's probably in between Arkham City and Arkham Knight's start. Play as the ruthless vigilante Red Hood and bring Black Mask to justice in this exclusive story. I might check these out. Set before the offense of Arkham Asylum, play as Batgirl as she teams up with Robin to save her dad in this exciting story-driven add-on. Really? These actually look decent. Set after the events of Arkham Knight, play as Catwoman as she exacts her revenge on the Riddler. Oh! Okay, so you could probably do that. After the events of Arkham Knight, play as Nightwing to prevent the Penguin from breaking out of GCPD. Alright, so someone attempts to break out and Riddler stops him. Nightwing stops him, rather. I'll do these. I'll probably do these, and I'll probably start with Batgirl, because before the events of Arkham Asylum. So, if I do these, if you want me to do these, I will. But I think... good thing that I was reminded of that, because I completely forgot about them. But I think I'm going to take a bit of a break because I've spent so long doing this game. So I'm probably going to take some sort of break, do a couple of other things that I have planned to do, especially in the backlog column with something like Uncharted 4, for example, and Lost Legacy, that I still have to wrap up the Uncharted series on this channel. And a couple of other things too after kind of jog in memory, because I've kind of forgotten that right now. But as far as the Arkham games are concerned, Arkham is now completed, apart from the Arkham episodes, which I will go and do at some point in the future. If I forget, someone remind me, because I probably will, or I probably just might not do them anyway. But I'll do them. I'll put them there as a to-do maybe, but it won't be for a while, because this game took me a lot of time to do, and it was every single second of it was worth it. So yeah, sorry for the extended outro there, but that is it for the Batman Arkham Knight playthrough. A fantastic game, and like I said, the Arkham trilogy is some games you should certainly check out. They are definitely worth your time, especially if you're a DC fan. Now, I'm not really a DC or Marvel fan specifically. I don't have an allegiance to one or the other. I love the games that have come out with it, and I've enjoyed every one of them. And if you're a DC fan, it's even more of a sell for you, I guess. Whoa, sorry about that outro. Alright guys, so until the next time, the next thing I decide to do, you guys know what to do. Follow, subscribe, like the videos, ring the bells, all that stuff. And I will see you for the next playthrough. Until then guys, take care of yourselves. And I almost did a Jerry Springer thing there, but yeah. Peace out, guys. Stay safe and stay awesome as always. Social media is down in the description if the video gets uploaded. I really need to get a better kind of outro for this, but I almost quoted Jerry Springer there, but like great Jerry Springer, and rest in peace Kevin Conway as well, an absolute legend, and the Batman Kevin Conroy. pretty much. Like I said, I don't really have as much attachment to him as others do, but he definitely, for the Arkham games, I would say I understand when people say he's the Batman. I get it wholeheartedly. Anyway, I'll see you in the next thing I decide to do. Follow social medias all down in the description, and we'll see you next time. I'm Civic signing off. Peace out. Stay safe, guys, and stay awesome as always.